When they don't need you anymore, they toss you aside. They let you go. They tell you you're no longer needed. And when your money runs out because it was an unexpected loss of job and income, you may eventually lose your place to live. You may eventually lose your car, your transportation. People are struggling. Regular people are struggling. And these companies are making millions. Before we get into this story, I want to say something that was put on my heart to say. And I'm not going to say God told me to say this, because I've not heard the voice of God. Now, I feel the Spirit move. I get urges to do things that I wouldn't normally do, or say things I wouldn't normally say, share parts of my life that I wouldn't normally share with anybody, because I told Him, if He bless me, I will share. I will share my heart. I will share what I need to share to let people know that they're not alone in what they're going through. Today, people are struggling. And if you're not a believer, that's fine. Click off. Matter of fact, stay on, and maybe you'll become one. We're all struggling right now. I'm struggling. We're struggling. My household is struggling. Yes, we're paying our bills and making ends meet, but it's not without pressure, because my husband is a truck driver and he has an older truck. The truck does break down. Loads do get canceled where he was supposed to pick up, but now not picking up. That's money lost. A child going back to college. Another child who's a senior in high school. We have struggles. Nothing is perfect in this world. And a lot of times we're made to think, when we see people on YouTube or other social media, that everything is okay. They're smiling, they have their face made up, they're doing whatever. It's not always good. People are not going to show you what they go through. Now, this is going to apply for woman, man, and businesses, what I'm about to say. You're going to get used. We are all going to get used in this world. And you're going to get used by a woman. You're going to get used by a man. You're going to get used by these different businesses. And they're going to use you up until they can't get another ounce of anything out of you. And then they're going to tell you, I'm going to let you go. I don't need you anymore. And in that moment, your world is going to feel like, somebody pulled the rug up from under your feet. Because where you thought you were stable, you are not. Now, I don't know who this is for, and I don't care who this is for, but it needs to be said. We're going to go through trials and tribulations. We're going to go through struggles in our life. We're going to make mistakes, and people are going to judge that. Okay? It's not without judgment, because people are human. But God is not going to use it against you. Whatever it is you're going through, He's not going to use it against you. He's going to use it. So even He's going to use you. But He's going to use you for your own good. See, He's going to take whatever that pain, whatever that trial is that you're going through, and He's going to work something within you. And He's going to work something through you, so that not only is He blessing you, excuse me, but you will turn around and bless others. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm not perfect, and I have struggles, and I have trials and tribulations. And I'm allowing God to work in me and work through me so that I can help somebody. Whether it's me giving you these news stories or me doing cleaning videos on my other channel. It doesn't matter. The motivation is there to better ourselves. So Don't feel like you're alone, because you're not alone. And I know sometimes we go through moments where we question God. There is not anything that he will have to ever explain to me when I'm going through something and I don't know why I'm going through this. You have to go through things. God actually delights in you going through things, because that opens the door for him to work in you and to work through you. So you will always be loved. You will always be wanted. And that's the difference. People don't know the difference between need and wants. We need things, but we don't want the things we need. We want things and we don't want the things we need. And it applies to people. Some people say they need you, but they don't want you. And some people say they want you, but they really don't need you. But guess what? God don't need you either. But he wants you. He wants you to be closer to him. He don't need you to be closer to him. God has everything he needs. He could not have another need in this world. But his wants is for you to want him, to open your heart, to open your mind, and to know that when you are going through the things that you're going through, and we're all going to go through something, that he is there, that you are not walking it alone, even when you feel like you are. But if you look back, you'll realize just how far you come. Because when I look back over my life and I see how far I've come through mental abuse, physical abuse, when I was just 19 and 20, the loss of my first husband, never thinking I could function or do anything ever, being lied to or cheated on or whatever the situation may have been. God got me through all of those things, even when I was at my loneliest feelings and asking, why am I going through this? It's not why you're going through it. It's how you're going through it. And the key word is going through it. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck because things didn't work out. Don't get stuck because something you tried to do failed. Keep trying. When I had a conversation with a good friend, that's what we talked about. We talked about a lot of stuff, but some of it was, don't get stuck in your failures, because you are succeeding. If you failed at it, that means you tried it. So try it again. There's no limit to how many times you can try something. If you failed at getting your driver's license when you were 16, 17 years old, you didn't stop, did you? You kept going. Even no matter how many times you had to take the test, you still did it. Don't beat yourself up because this job let you go. Don't beat yourself up because your spouse let you go. Don't beat yourself up because your money ain't flowing like it used to be. And stop taking it out on your spouse. I just did that yesterday. So I'm telling you what I know. When you're struggling and going through the moments, you're fighting about small stuff that does not matter. It does not matter. And when you know you're wrong, apologize for it. Let's get into the story. I hope I didn't run a lot of you guys off. I really don't, but this was put on my heart to say. And if it ran people off, then I guess they wasn't supposed to be here. Okay? We're still going to try to grow this channel. No matter how many people disappear, God will replace them. Okay? So y'all, again, I do have a second channel called Tommy Bites Life. Please go over there and subscribe. Help it get to 5K. I want to do a giveaway over there as well. I'm doing a giveaway over here for the 100K giveaway. It's going to be some gift cards involved. I always do gift cards because it's easier. So let's get into the story. And y'all stay prayed up. Stay prayed up because the devil is busy. What is a warn notice? A warn notice is a 60-day notice that must be given whenever there are mass layoffs. And it's also something that allegedly was not given to these employees who were just laid off on August 10th or around August 10th. So warn means worker adjustment retraining notice. Good morning, fam. Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope that you are blessed and highly favored. Before we get into this video, could you please give it a thumbs up? If you don't like it, you can give it a thumbs down. Leave me some comments down below and share the video out if you can. I also want to welcome all of my new subscribers, now family members known as my cousins, and I also want to welcome back all of my returning family. I am doing a 100K giveaway, so stay tuned for whenever that takes place. But let's get into this video, because more and more companies, places you wouldn't think are closing, and if they're not closing, they're consolidating enough where they have to lay off employees. And just in time for back to school, just in time for the holidays, just in time for those bills. I will make sure to leave the link in the description box, but if I forget, I got this out of the Sun, the U.S. Sun. So it says hundreds, if not thousands of employees were laid off without notice. This is the medical staff that were not given notice. I repeat, a medical staff that was not given notice. So you wouldn't think that it would be anything medical related, because hey, we need those workers, right? But they were laid off without notice. Jobs cut, jobs gone. So some of WellMed staff took to social media on August 10th to blast them, to expose them for letting them go, because they're angry and they're upset that, why are you letting us go? They said, a few of them said in different statements, WellMed has let go of over 1,000 employees. WellMed has let go of 1,200 employees. By the way, they didn't let go of any of their upper management. So WellMed operates a physician-owned business that operates across Texas and Florida. It specializes in older adult care. And when I think of nursing homes and I think of Florida, not to get off track, and this has nothing to do with that, but I think about when that storm came into Florida and they showed all of those nursing homes and how they didn't get evacuated, and elderly patients were laying in the bed, could not move, water all around them, some of them sitting in their wheelchairs, sitting in water, and a lot of the elderly lost their lives. So now you're saying that this company who cares for older people across Texas and across Florida is letting go of regular workers because they are evolving. So on August 10th, employees started exposing WellMed and how they were letting people go. They were letting people go from WellMed, Optum Health, USMD. They were allegedly told, and I have to put that in there, that they were no longer needed. So here's where the story is kind of getting weird to me, because we were seeking health insurance, okay, for a family of 4. And we just recently got approved for health insurance through this company, United Health Group. So I'm like, oh, I hope this is not crazy. This is not going to turn out to be whatever. I'm going to have to really do some searching before that money comes out of my account. So back to the story. WellMed is a branch of Optum Health, which is a subsidiary of Minnesota-based United Health Group. Now you see why I said what I said previously. So I'm going to read this statement, not word for word, but what United Health released in a statement. They said, Due to growing and evolving needs, they had to make changes, and they will offer job placement resources. Now, my question is, what do you mean you're going to offer the employees job placement resources? What does that mean? You're going to point them in the nearest direction of an unemployment office? Because other than that, or unless you're moving them to somewhere else, which doesn't seem to be the case, that's where they're headed. And I want y'all to get down in the comments and let me know what you think about this story. So it says, a Texas Workforce Commission said that WellMed did not send a WARN notice as of Friday. And I told you earlier in the video that that WARN notice means a 60-day notice must be given whenever you're doing mass layoffs. So if you see me looking this way, that way with my eyes, well, what else would I be looking with, right? So if you see me looking side to side, it's because it's a lot of movement around me right now. And in today's world, you got to keep your head on a swivel. But there is a guy cutting grass over here, and then there was a woman over on that side. She was walking her dogs. But yeah, you got to keep your head on a swivel out here, because it's so much happening right now. You can't do anything, okay? I saw a story yesterday where a man sent his 12-year-old son out to dump the trash, just a regular routine chore. And he said when his child didn't come right back, he looked outside and he saw a bunch of police cars. And he saw his son. So, of course, he runs outside, and apparently his 12-year-old son fit the description of someone breaking into cars or stealing cars, yet he's dumping the trash. So a person who was stealing cars decided, hey, wait a minute, I need to dump my dad's trash. Traumatized the boy. Had him in handcuffs and everything. When the daddy got it, he was in handcuffs. And of course, the daddy was giving him words back and forth. And, my son does not bother anybody. He's, a good child. He is a straight A student. He, never has any trouble in school, outside of school, etc. So, long story short, they eventually let the boy go. But I'm pretty sure there's a case pending with that. So, I'm just going to leave y'all with, keep your head on a swivel, okay? You could be minding your business, and the next thing you know, you surrounded by police, or you in a place that you thought was safe, and it all of a sudden becomes unsafe. So just be careful out here. Keep stocking up your homes. Keep preparing for what is happening with the supply chain slowing down due to the ships that are stuck in the Panama Canal. The movement not taking place because of drought. Farmers not being able to grow, and the ones that are growing are struggling with it because of the heat. Just get your home stocked up, y'all, for fall and winter. I can't say it enough. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one. Be the best you that you can be, and when you are, go out and spread God's love. Why? Because God is love, and that is what He would want you to do. Love your enemies as well. I know it's difficult, y'all. Trust me. I go through it. People that I know don't like me. People that I know are always coming for me. People who you think should love you don't, but you still gotta love them. That don't mean you gotta be around them. Take note of that. You don't have to be around somebody to love them. You can love them by not being around them, because you're loving yourself, and you putting your mindset into play. Because sometimes, hey, people will throw you off guard. Let me stop. Y'all take care. Stay blessed. Okay, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Please share this video out. Help it grow. Help the channel grow. We are doing, but I promise you, I cannot do any of this without you guys motivating me to do it. I definitely cannot do this without God first in my life, God in my footsteps, in my thought process, and just how I present things to you. You can have 1,000 content creators give you the same story, but each one of us has different experiences that we've gone through, and we bring that to our channel. So everybody is unique to it. So listen to everybody, because opinions matter. Now, you don't have to agree with them, but they do matter. So take care. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And I will be doing more of these types of videos. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking.
Nice.
With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 You say take me on a treasure hunt.
I want to thank each of you personally for signing up and joining the membership. If you would like to join, click the button on the home screen.
Oh, I wish it was me every night when I close my